Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is your boy Tommy, and welcome to the channel. This is the E-Bike Life channel, and today we're actually going to be talking about e-bikes in general, not high power setups and everything, but just e-bikes in general and the benefits or have owning an e-bike, so to speak. So we're gonna go ahead and take a ride on the e-bike to a nice little scenery and everything, and I want to talk to you about the benefits of owning an e-bike and everything. And there's some cons too. So I'm gonna talk about the cons. Is that there's not really a lot, just a few. So anyways, I got my light set up and everything. So I got my tail light set up, you know what I mean, so that people can see me in the back. And then I got my headlight set up and everything. So that's a little safety precaution and everything. So anyways, we're gonna take a stroll down the road and everything, and I just want y'all to ride me so we can talk about the benefits of owning an actual e-bike. All right, here we are. So we're getting ready to go. Turn the bike on. We got a barking dog over there. I see him. All right. All right, so it's a little windy here today in Florida, partially cloudy, which is pretty nice outside. It's not hot, it's not cold, so that's really good. Always nice in Florida. You have your cold days and everything, and for those who have e-bikes up in the north, out west, dealing with the coldness and the flood, I am truly sorry, and hopefully the weather gets better for y'all to ride y'all e-bikes and everything. So with that out of the way, we're gonna go ahead and talk about the benefits of owning an e-bike. And I want to talk about the cons first, because there's not really much cons of owning an e-bike. Con number one of owning an e-bike is these e-bikes are targets for thieves and everything. And when I'm talking about thieves, this is a high commodity. You know, gas prices are going up. I mean, and you know, and a lot of people are getting these e-bikes, you know what I mean, to save on gas. And 2 weeks ago, maybe a month now, I built a e-bike. It was a 1500 watt e-bike for my buddy. And he, I guess he left it at the house. He went in the house to do something, and he came outside and the bike was stolen. Also, I've seen people riding their e-bikes to like convenience stores like the gas stations or Walmart, and people going there and cutting the locks and everything. They put these crazy behind combination locks on there that's, you know, saying real paper thin, and people just come out there with some not even decent bolt cutters, man, and cut that thing and just run off with it. And about time the sheriff gets involved with it, you know, it's just long gone, and you'll probably never see that bike again. So that's a con. That's the number one con in my book of owning an e-bike, is that you got to be careful where you ride your e-bike at, you know what I mean? Because people be looking. There's a lot of, you know, saying thieves out here, or anywhere for that matter. So just protect your investment, you know what I mean? There's just a lot of money invested in these e-bikes, no matter where you get it from, your DIY e-bike like this one, or if you go to Trek or Walmart and then pick you up a nice little Huffy or Hyper or Trek. You know what I mean? So you got to protect those investments. And so that's it for that con right there. For the number one con for e-bikes. Number two con is going to be flat tires. Now mid-drives don't have to. This doesn't pertain to mid-drives because they don't have to deal with the hub motor. So we're gonna put the mid-drives out of the way. That's the benefits of having a mid-drive e-bike, is that you have, when you have flats, you can actually change it just like you do a bicycle. So, to my hub motor brethren out there, when you have a big, heavy hub motor like I have in the back, it's going to be a pain to change out. So, and God forbid you be out you know, 20 miles out, 10 miles out, you don't have no tools with you and you get a flat, you got to call home, or you got to push your bike to the house, and then hopefully you don't damage the rim. So my advice to you is to when you're going on a long journey, you wanna get you an extra tube, some tools, a nice little small air pump, so that way when you do have a flat, you can change it right there on the spot. But it's not as bad as if you have like a maybe say 500 watt hub motor, 250, 350 watt hub motor, something like that. You know what I'm saying? That's light and small, the geared kind, not necessarily the gearless ones, because those are going to be a little heavy, especially when you're going 2,000 watts on up. They getting heavy. They're gonna get heavy. And God forbid if you got a 273 in the back, man, Jesus, you got to be a weightlifter to change that tube on that bad boy. So that's the number 2 con that I oppose on my little talk here with y'all. So that's like I say, there really wasn't that many cons, know me. So let's go ahead and get into the pros on the e-bike. And I think the number 1 pro is that it's so fun. It's so nice to have an e-bike. You know, you can see things. I mean, you can, especially if you're nature bound, you can go out and explore the woods and everything, and you don't have to disturb the animals with a loud 4-stroke motor or 2-stroke motor, whatever you have on your little dirt bike or whatever. And you can stop and chill out, you know, man, the bench and everything, and just enjoy everything. So that's the number 1 pro on the benefits of having the e-bike and everything. The number 2 is, and I think this go with number 1 also, is that they're efficient, they're smooth, they're nice and quiet. Now the mid draws, they're gonna be a little bit louder. They're gonna be a little louder than the hub drive, because you know the chain, the motor, and everything, and especially when you get into the high powered mid drives, they're gonna be just a little bit loud. But it still pertains to them too. You have a mid drive also, it still does pertains to y'all too, and they're just quiet. They're fun. I love them. I mean, if you're having a motorcycle too, you know what I'm saying, you can still do a little sightseeing, but it's not like an e-bike to where you can just cruise at a slower speed. And then the motorcycle, you're gonna have the loud motor. You want to go fast because it's built to go fast, depending on what kind of bike you have, sport bike or a cruiser bike, you know. I mean, you can ride a bike on a motorcycle on the sidewalk, but you're gonna be in a lot of trouble if you do that. So I wouldn't recommend that, period. And the number 3 of having an e-bike, the benefits of having an e-bike, is that it don't use gas. Like I was just mentioned earlier, you know, gas prices going up, you know, and this can be a nice commuter setup, you know what I mean? If you just if you work at a certain distance, at a short distance, you can take your e-bike instead of your car. That way you can save on gas. You can charge this bad boy up at your job, and you can go on back to the house on a full battery. I've seen a lot of people do that on YouTube, where they take their e-bikes to work. When they have a Super 73 or a DIY e-bike, you know, they go to work on them, and they come home. There's just a lot of benefits in having owning an e-bike. You know what I mean? Now number 4 on my list, this is going to be like the DIYs, you know what I mean? So benefits of having an e-bike, or owning an e-bike, especially when it comes to DIY enthusiasts like myself, is that you know what you're building. So when you build this e-bike, it's going to be your personal e-bike. It's going to be like your insignia, you know, said this is a part of you. It's not something that when you buy out of Walmart or a local bike shop, an e-bike out of that, you know what I'm saying? It's already pre-made, and so what you get is what you get, you know what I'm saying? So you can mix and match, you know, controllers. You can hump motors. You know what I mean? Displays. You can just interchange all the electronics on your DIY e-bike. You know what I mean? So you can go from 250 hub motor all the way to an 8,000 watt hub motor if you want to do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the benefits of having a DIY e-bike, is that it's actually your extension. You know what I mean? Just like when you buy a car, when you buy a GMC or what's that, a Lincoln, you can customize it at the Ford dealership. How you doing? So you can customize your e-bike when you buy parts and everything for when you order online. So no matter if you go through AliExpress or Alibaba, Amazon, whatever, you know what I'm saying? When you order those parts for your e-bike, you're gonna know what you get. And it's just like it's basically your own customized e-bike, you know. So it's nothing pre-made. So, and I think that wraps it up about the pros and cons of owning an e-bike. I don't know if I missed something out. Please let me know down in the comments. I will be glad to hear from you, because I will reply to anybody that comments on any of my videos. So anyways, and that's another thing I want to talk to you about, is that my channel is about DIY enthusiasts like myself and everything, you know, making e-bikes. It doesn't necessarily have to be a high-powered e-bike, but just an e-bike in general, you know what I mean? And it's just your e-bike. So this is mine right here, you know what I'm saying? And like I say, it doesn't have to be nothing ridiculous. That Willys 45 miles an hour down the road and all that stuff right there. Cause see, when I first started this channel, I had a 3,000 watt e-bike. Let's see here. We're gonna cross this road right quick. I had a 3,000 watt e-bike and everything, and that's how I started off. And I just wanted something. I didn't know what I was getting into. I just wanted something that climbs hill, because it was getting a lot of talk about, you know, how low power the e-bikes was, the hub motor was over a mid-drive and everything. And I didn't want no mid-drive, you know. So I said, when I got the 3,000 watt, I was like, man, I just want something that I know I can drive and everything. Oh, what's up? So there's a car behind me. I had to kick it up in high gear. So he's gonna race me. Oh my God. Is he gonna stop? Let's see if you want to race. Okay, I'm gonna run. That's what's up. I'm sorry, y'all. I know I wasn't supposed to do that. I wasn't supposed to do that, man, but I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. I know, right? Oh my goodness, that was all right. When he was going, I wasn't on mode 5. I was like on 4. But when he stopped at that stop sign, I switched to the 5. And I said, well, let me see what he's gonna do. So I put it to the metal, man. And I could have got him, but you know, there's a hill coming. So that was a hill coming and everything, and so I just slowed down. I didn't want incoming cars coming my way, and you know, so that crash and everything. That would be, you know, reckless and everything. And I know that was, but well, that's one of the benefits of having a high-powered e-bike, is that you have the power, you know, to get out there in the traffic. You know, if you turn on the highway and you see cars coming, you're gonna have that power to go on out there and accelerate and to maintain that speed with traffic and everything. So anyways, I wouldn't even be afraid to do a DIY e-bike, you know what I mean? So that's the parts and it's just so abundant, you know what I'm saying, that you can do it yourself without, I mean, if you don't have the technical know-how, you can pay somebody to do it, you know what I mean? I can build one for you. I did one already, or I did 3 of them already. So, you know, the parts, they're gonna be high. I mean, the parts are gonna be high and everything, especially when we get big in the power. So I would advise you, you know what I'm saying, if you wanna go the cheapest route and you want something like this, just build it yourself. You're gonna come out cheaper if you have the technical know-how and everything, but not, you know what I'm saying, you can pay somebody to do it. It's gonna be a little more, but that way, you know what I'm saying, you don't have to go through the headaches of like, dang man, what else should what kind of e-bike should I, man, what can I build, man? What I do, you know what I'm saying? How do my batteries and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? So, but when you do, you get you some e-bikes, you want to get you some good a headlight and a tail light, so that way when you do go on journeys and everything, you in the bike lane, people can see you. You know, when you have a good headlight and tail light, you know, that has a good luminous, they can see you, especially when they pulling out in front of you. And that's one of the problems of having the e-bike. Actually, it's another con I forgot to mention. That is that you got to be more defensive when you ride. Instead, like driving a car, you can be less defensive but still be on the lookout. But if you actually on an e-bike and everything, and you're going, let's say 20, 35 miles an hour, you got to be more aware about your surroundings than you will in the car, you know what I mean? Because these things are pretty much invisible to a person in the car, and they don't you know, seeing people with e-bikes going that fast on the road. So you want to get you a good headlight and tail light, so that way when you do ride, they actually see you when they pull out in front of, when they pull out to the stop sign. And you know, most of the motorists, they will actually come almost past the stop sign. So when you got the stop sign almost like 10 feet before you get to the main road, or maybe 5 feet, they'll go past that. And the sidewalk is right there too, you know what I mean? So they'll go past the sidewalk. So that's why I tell my son, when he rides to his friend's house, to look both ways. No matter if you're on the sidewalk and you got the right of way, just look both ways. So that way when you see a car approaching, and I tell them to also, and I tell them to when you come to like a little, not necessarily intersection, but when like a crossroad or something like that, is to slow down, look both ways, or even come to a complete stop, look both ways, and then proceed on forward. So that way you don't get hit, or you don't have to lock the brakes up and slide off the road, you know. But most of the time I be with him all the time. So only times I don't be with him when he goes to his friend's house, and his friends only stay like maybe a block down the road. So I watch him when he goes up the sidewalk, and I tell him, hey, I said, all right, e-bike kid, go ahead and go, but drive slowly, watch out for cars and everything. I know a lot of people did reviews on, you know, the benefits of owning e-bike. I just want to share my thoughts, you know, about this scenario or topic, as you could say, of having an e-bike. It's just a lot of fun. I mean, it's quiet. You don't have to worry about waking up the neighbors. You can, if you got to go to work 12 o'clock in the morning, and you got a loud behind Harley Davidson or a sport bike with the Yoshimura exhaust system in, you know what I'm saying, and firing it up, or even a car. It could be a Camaro, it could be a Dodge Scat Pack, you know what I mean, with the exhaust, you know what I mean. People don't want to hear that 2 o'clock in the morning, you know what I'm saying. I don't care. I can sleep through anything, and I can wake up too. So I'm a light sleeper, so it doesn't matter. My next door neighbor had a Ford F-150, and it was missing the head. It had only the headers on there. It didn't even have the freaking exhaust. The cats was gone, the muffler, and it was misfiring on like maybe 2 cylinders. Hey there. So it was misfiring on 2 cylinders, and that thing when he cranks that thing up, it wakes me up. I'm like, oh, there he goes again, going to work. But I finally told him that he going to, he got to work on his motor, man. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? I was even helping him. I said, man, let's go ahead and put your exhaust back on, so that way when you crank up, cause he works at a lumber yard, and Lord have mercy, man, that thing wasn't. But he finally got rid of it, and he's going to get something a little bit more quieter. But anyways, it just smooth. I mean, it depends on what you get. You know what I mean? If you get a hub motor, I mean, like the QS205 or the 273, or even the MP Power 3000 to 2000 watt, even the 1000 watt like my son got, they're quiet, man, and they're so smooth, no vibration or nothing like that. You know what I mean? And then the hills, look at this. I'm gonna go up this hill. I can pedal if I want to. If I want to get a good workout, man, I can just pedal this bike going up the hill. Want to assist of a little bit of a motor. You know what I mean? If I give it too much gas, I'm gonna flip over backwards. So I ain't gonna do all that. So, and you just can look. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of people in my neighborhood. They ride bikes all the time. So I be in the bike game, I just got an e-bike. So, but yeah, on the acceleration, before I wrap this video up, when I was, trying to hang with that Malibu, I actually was ahead of the Malibu. He looked, oh my God, he looked at me. He's like, damn. Oh my goodness. So, see, that's another scenario right there. Y'all hear that? Let me see if they even look. Okay. They're not looking. Oh, okay. Woo! Now I'm talking about she's texting her phone, everything. Not even looking at the for surroundings, man. So that's another kind of on the e-bike, man. The same people, you got to be defensive, man. You got to watch out for them. You got to drive for them and for yourself too. That's crazy. So, anyways, I'm gonna wrap it up for now. And like I said, if I missed something out and everything, let me know. Or if y'all want to discuss about the topics I did today, let me know. If y'all even want to, chat about what I was doing with the Malibu, let me know. I'm a right back. You know what I'm saying? No matter if it's good or bad, constructive criticism, go ahead. I will write back. You know what I'm saying? So, because these days you can't make everybody happy. That's all there is to it. You know what I mean? So, and this is not what it's about. Can't make nobody happy. So. But all right, I'm gonna wrap this up, and I'm gonna go on to the house so I can go ahead and start go to the park and get my little exercise in. And like I say, man, this is the E-Bike Life channel, and this is what I do. DIY e-bikes builds. I can build custom e-bikes for anybody if they want one. So it don't necessarily have to be high performance though, but this is it. And my name's Tommy. This is the E-Bike Life channel, and I will see you on the next one.